A very positive pre-season campaign for Spurs so far, including silverware by Manchester United in Singapore by 1-0, and then lost on penalties to Juventus. It is one sighting of Spurs this summer for the home fans before the impressive campaign last time around. They have broken their transfer record to reinforce the squad. We know that Benfica have taken the title already this year. One of them there, Stefano Sensi, already has this summer. Kudu. Harry Winks is the only player to start all 5 of Spurs' pre-season fixtures, including the man in Macau a week ago, Antonio Candreva, and Roberto Gagliardini coming back in place. Home already for Spurs after the start they made in front of their fans. He's taken off Danny Rose and it was just kept in play. Was on Antonio Candreva. Second day of September. Spurs making good ground through Lamela before Lucas Moura takes over, takes on Skriniar and scores! Wonderfully well, Lucas Moura continues his excellent record in front of goal in pre-season. Well, it didn't take long, did it? Just a couple of minutes on the clock in their first fixture in front of their own fans this summer. And Lucas Moura gives Spurs the early lead. Third appearance in the International Champions Cup this summer, and a third. Walker Peters running out of options at right back at the moment with injuries, and now Walker Peters is down after the challenge of Dallas for Spurs. Support from Harry Winks just over. There's an awkward one for Lucas Moura to try and hold up. Concedes the free kick in the process.
Milan have found it hard. Incredible new training ground. Sponsorship deal that's second only to United in the Premier League. It's the Champions League finals, and yet anyone they identify, they just can't compete wages.
Well, it was a challenge born out of frustration, I guess, having been dispossessed in the first place when he caught Walker Peters.
The importance of a good pre-season for Harry Kane, yes, without a shadow of a doubt.
Down by Brozovic, who got an important boot to it. Well, Perisic to have a hit.
And Ndombele straight ahead, just putting his hand up to apologise, probably knows.
Will shot before the big kickoff. It's not the case in Syria. There's Danny Rose. He will win the free kick in dangerous territory. He's in to organise that wall. It will be Harry Kane, and he knew from the moment it left his boot it wasn't accurate enough.
Too much height. Stands over, and we talked about it as a complete centre forward. We know it's dangerous in those situations as well.
For his country. Challenge is flying in again, and it's Lamela once more that brings it away. Just overrun it a fraction. Referee is content to wave it on in to still have it, and they advance dangerously. But last season, he's won the free kick. Sensi takes it, the new signing. Spurs with plenty of bodies with the new coach in charge. Inside foray forward once more. It was there to be hit. Brilliant effort, which beat Lloris and bounces back off the frame of the goal. Well, he caught it so sweetly.
What a strike.
It will be Eric Lamela to take it. Kane was his initial target. Sanchez is scrapping for it. And Lamela opens up for him because of that. And Brozovic had to get the challenge right from behind. It was an awkward one to attempt. And the free kick given. Looking at wide here for Esposito for Inter before continuing his run. Danny Rose had to be careful.
That's good positional play again. Danny Rose read the situation. The pace was on the pass. Knew that he could just... It was so dominant for France in Euro 16 as opposed to the one that got relegated with Newcastle. So
for the start of the season. Now Inter have worked this wonderfully well, and here is the opening for the equaliser. It is taken brilliantly. Well, he's made a real difference, hasn't he, since signing this summer. Stefano Sensi kept his composure. He was close earlier in the half, no mistake this time. Tottenham 1, Inter 1.
Brilliant build-up play. Talked about how good Tottenham are defensively in terms.
But there's an obligation to buy him.
They're so complicated, aren't they, the deals now? They really...
Walker Peters. Lucas Moura, the man who started the scoring ahead of him. This is Sissoko. Deflection took the sting out of the shot, really. Handanovic for a moment wasn't quite sure where throughout that first 45. Certainly remains here. So launching it long immediately, but it was the assistant on the far side that gave it Dalbert's challenge on Kyle Walker. It's just left it down, but with a little bit of room in which to work. Sensi flicking it forward almost inadvertently. He had to try and improve.
Knows those big switches a player on all day, and here's another one on the right hand side.
In towards Dalbert, but it's too close to Dalbert against Walker-Peters, who does have assistance from Kane. He was having his shirt pulled there, and that's a Spurs free kick.
He's got trailing hand in the face as well, Harry Kane.
Survives the scare, finds Brozovic. Inadvertent intervention from Andre Mariner, who Dalbert picking up the pieces, finding Perisic, squaring up to Alderweireld. Came off the big Belgian, it's an Inter corner.
Eriksen convinced he was fouled, but Brozovic hooks that ball off him.
Yeah, obvious targets here. Defended well initially. Eriksen to Walker-Peters, who will try again to provide the service.
No malice intended, but it would have been a sore one. I don't know why I'm laughing. I've had so many in the face. It's not particularly fun when you get them in your face.
Dalbert with a really good ball forward. Politano trying to make the most of it. Danny Rose trying to get back to here. They have a couple to try and pick out in the middle. Perisic didn't quite connect with the spectacular. Just did enough to prevent the corner there, Hіghlіghts.
Real opportunity for Perisic.
Brozovic under pressure as well. The whistle has gone as Eriksen threatened to come away with it.
Lamela again.
Skriniar stepping out from the back. This is Dalbert. He's got a fair few to aim for. It's a wicked ball in. Hits.
Lamela will look like a certain goal. Some changes here now.
Yeah, 3 for Spurs, including in goal. Son will be suspended for the first couple of matches of the Premier League season. But a huge ovation. Slips it back for Stefano Sensi. Skip is with him. Couldn't prevent the cross from coming in this time, but Alderweireld has to set himself. Eriksen was his immediate target. So here they come. Milan Skriniar first to be withdrawn. Lorenzo Parola, Stefano Sensi. It's a well-timed ball into the path, or at least the Politano. It is there to be struck. Parola had a sight of goal. Comfortable enough save in the end for Gazzaniga. It's an intelligent ball. Politano will get there in awkwardly, but Evanson Sanchez does his job once more. Support arriving as well. As Son goes through the gears. It's still with Heung-min Son. Everything but the finish. He covered the length of the field before Handanovic makes the save. The 90, this is going to be fun. 6 Spurs substitutes waiting to come on.
Full back for Bayern Munich, drove and then put a brilliant ball.
Player capped 43 times by Portugal. Gazzaniga's content to let that go. Good ball towards Parrott, but it will just...
It's consistent as you would hope.
It's a good ball. That's a big shout. And there is still the threat. Nkudu coming away with it, just unable to dig it out from under his feet to release the shot. Spurs applying the pressure though.
Well, the Spurs players...
Well, the 90 minutes are up. We will have 2 more before penalties are required. Handanovic, he was certainly required to clear. With Nkudu bearing.
To which end these penalties will be taken? You would expect if Tottenham won, they've gone into this new famous wall of support they've got to our...
Tottenham Hotspur to take their turn first with Christian Eriksen. And it's saved by Handanovic. The Romanian Puskas here. First kick of the shootout for Inter, and it's saved by Gazzaniga, who did brilliant. Son for Spurs scores. Huge roar. A real up against Gazzaniga. And we're all square. It's a really good one against PSG last week. And Chike Nkudu for Spurs here. Power for Nkudu. DeMarco's next for Inter. And also scored. Took over the captain's armband earlier in the game. Toby Alderweireld scores. Aim for Inter. Politano picks out the
Leadership qualities about him even for a young age.
stepping up. Oliver Skip from the spot, saved by Handanovic. Well, the goalkeeper responsibility up against Gazzaniga. João Mario wins it wonderfully well, kept his composure. Victory on penalties for Antonio.